You know what challenge? Stick your pinky toe of your left foot in your left ear.
Alright, this is just getting weird.
No, I have a better challenge than that. Come on, man. I challenge you to run tonight's session on Roll20.
This is going to be a short session. But...
Oh, it's gonna be short. Okay, then I probably say
like 5 hours short, you know.
Never mind.
Wait, what's gonna be short? This session?
Yeah,
it's only gonna go for 5 hours, not 12 like last time.
Silgon's hopes and dreams.
Bye bye, out the door. I'm gonna have to leave right when we get to Waterdeep. That's just saying. Oh,
are you going to get to Waterdeep this session? Because it doesn't sound like it.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, I don't.
I mean,
know.
we currently have a giant bird that's going crazy.
No, he
transformed that's burning through a ship.
Wait, no,
we have
the rocket.
No, the rock transformed back. He transferred back to Sherman.
As far as we know, it just dive bombed in the water.
Yeah.
Well, I thought
you're free to join my session because fuck Roll20.
I'm trying.
I love Roll20.
Well, let's just make it consistent. Like we said Roll20, now we're back to tabletop. Just fucking stick tabletop. Stop changing it around.
Yeah, we started with Roll20. We should stick with Roll20.
I agree too, but it's DM's rules.
All right, everybody get on Roll20.
What?
No, thank you.
I'm kidding. Don't fucking do that.
So the trick is I just have to agree with them. I just have to agree with the DM. So then that way he just always disagrees with me.
Look at these awesome mimics.
It's so cool.
So can I
You got a mimic bookcase and a mimic door.
Looking at it.
What is this?
This is greatness.
What's this?
What's the password?
X.
Like EX?
Like the letter X?
A lot of letters to type out. THELE. Blah 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 blah.
All right, look at what we're about to fight today. Just put that
I can't
over
even
there.
see anything. Are you actually gonna put on the actual table, or are you just changing the table? What the hell?
I've downloaded these DnD 5e figures.
Okay, well then I'm blindfolding myself because I don't want to know what you got.
Purple worm.
He's got everything.
I'm gonna mute the GM now, cause why not?
You're muting me?
Tell you.
Well, yeah, I don't want to hear what you got because I don't want to expect anything.
I was
Even
pointing
if
out
you're
the rock.
saying it, I know.
Because can you?
Sorry, boss.
Hey, boss.
You can copy it
Hey,
if
boss.
you want, so you can save it for yourself or whatever.
Hey, boss.
Oh god.
So I guess we're gonna just take a vote here and now. Roll20 or tabletop.
Tabletop.
Roll20.
Moonlight
Roll20.
votes for tabletop.
Yeah, put it in Discord chat. Uh-oh. Oh no. And the tiebreaker would go to fucking Rashira.
Well,
it's
DM,
not a
what do you
tiebreaker.
prefer? What do you prefer?
It's not a tiebreaker. Right now, Roll20 is on top.
Yeah, well,
20 is cancer.
Well, GM, what do you? It's actually not. It's actually pretty good. But what GM? What do you prefer?
I prefer gelatinous cubes. Would you like to fight one? I have one right here.
Sure. Why not?
It turns out the whole ocean was one.
Yeah. You're all screwed. The rock got eaten. I prefer tabletop, but I'm just a GM at this point.
Look, this is beautiful.
But that's actually like kind of the biggest thing. If the GM prefers one or the other, that kind of get a little bit more. Cause
well, honestly,
you're the one who has to prepare it. You're the one who has to prepare it. It's easier to prepare Roll20.
Fine.
To
You know what?
Well, actually, if anything, I'm preparing it.
Fine. Roll20. Fine.
No.
Fine.
Yay!
Fine. No, Roll20 won the vote.
Moonlight drowns himself and exits campaign.
And did he leave?
Wow.
Get back in here, you salty little...
Back to tabletop, you lunatics. Roll 20's garbage.
How's it
Actually,
garbage?
it's actually not.
It's
You just-
two-dimensional. You have these little pixelated little pictures.
That. So
I don't
what?
think I
You
don't think it
Wait,
matters
I
because
wanna hear his reasons,
how
and
I
I want to counter it.
how I do my thing is just narration, so I wouldn't really even pay attention to pixelated or 3D model systems or whatnot. Who the fuck cares? Just listen to my
I
game,
care
have
for
a
like
drink.
having like knowing what range you are from somebody's positions. You can do that in tabletop too, but it's also Roll20 to me lets you like focus on the story more because you can just press a button on your character sheet and boom, you've made the roll. You don't have to pick up a d20 and then go find 3 d8s or 6 d8s or whatever the spell was.
You can measure exact distance on tabletop, and you can roll real dice on tabletop.
What
You can
when is no.
you can actually measure distance as well in Roll20.
You could also roll actual dice. You can
Yeah,
enable
there
3D
the
dice.
button on the left is how you roll actual dice.
You could enable
The
3D
woes
dice.
of Milo. Oh, Milo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you
I
didn't change it
forgot.
because you were too drunk.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's because he told me that we weren't using tabletop, so I didn't bother changing it.
But now everybody wants to use it. 4 out of fucking 6 want to use it.
Listen,
All right, are we ready to start?
it's like,
I think so. Did we come to a definitive answer?
I mean, we're all on here.
Except Milo and Moonly. Where we last left off was on board a small little transport ship, where chaos ensued. Somebody was murdering people on the ship, and you all have figured out that it is a demon called a Rakshasa. You killed this thing, as one of you turned into a massive bird-like creature and dove into the ocean. Also, Wilvin, for some reason, you decided to throw your sword into the water. Some sort of a practical joke, I believe.
No, that is not what happened.
Milo tried to impose a mutiny. Was it successful? We don't know, as everything was spun into chaos at that precise moment that he enacted his devious plan. We are back on the ship. The rock has just entered the water, and Wilvin's hand is currently burning as he holds his sword. Take it from there, boys. Take it from there.
okay, I am immediately going towards the edge where I saw the rock just go into the water. I want to look over. Do I still see like a big ass bird flopping around in the water?
You do not.
Do I see like Sherman in the water?
You see an unconscious person, their back floating up.
I'm gonna yell backwards to anyone I see. I'm gonna yell, I need some rope. Man overboard. Man overboard.
Which side of the ship?
Well, he ran off the left, so I'm gonna look back just to where everyone is and just yell,
Port
man
or
overboard.
starboard?
Shut up. I don't know this. I'm not a sailor. I'm just, yeah, like I said,
port.
just, okay. Port side.
Left is 4 letters, port is 4 letters. That's how I remembered it. Starboard is right. Anyways, so yes, the rock did, in fact, crash itself into the ocean for some odd reason, though that goes against natural instincts. And yet, you don't see a rock, you see Cousin Sherman wafting away as the boat continues to sail forward. I have no idea who this person is.
Who's steering the boat?
Well, like I said, I'm still just screaming for like some rope.
Give me 1 sec.
I see
There's no one
Wilbur
currently steering the boat, as everybody was below deck. The navigator doesn't even seem to be topside anymore at this point.
I'm gonna go to where the hole is, where I saw where we last left, where everyone was down there. I'm gonna look down and I want to see all the deckhands and all them. I'm just gonna yell at them, "Get your fucking lazy asses up here! We got a man overboard."
With that, roll persuasion or intimidation. Your pick on how you actually address this. Sounds more like intimidation.
Hey man, you.
As I look for my card with names on them.
I would rather do persuasion, but if you want me to do intimidation, I will.
I said pick whichever one you want.
Okay. Persuasion. 25.
You see Rickster and Hansley begin to nod and start heading through doorways and whatnot, and you hear them walking up to the top of the ship. What's going on?
I'm gonna point off to the left side, the port, or whatever, where I saw Sherman go overboard, and I say, "We have a man overboard. My friend Sherman's down. We need some rope. We need someone to dive in and get him."
What about the demon?
He's dead. He's gone. He's fine. He's gone. We killed him. We need to
Where
get
is
him
it?
on the boat. It's dead. That's it. That's all you need to know.
One of them hands you some line. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
What kind of attack roll?
You're trying to either lasso him or, I assume, throw the ropes in his general direction, right?
Yeah.
Elamir sent it away. What did Elamir send it away?
Sent the demon away.
Oh.
So, dexterity base or strength?
It's Dex.
Okay. And I'm guessing I'm not proficient, so no proficiency. Oh no!
You throw the rope. Heave-ho, and it doesn't go anywhere in the right direction. As soon as Hansley sees this, he grabs the rope from you. I've got this, hold on. And he begins to sort of string it up in loops in his hand, and then you see him cock back and throw it. And it just nails Sherman right in the back. Sherman, you wake up to a slap.
Oh, what the heck?
Water.
I'm going to flail around because I don't know how to swim.
You see a rope dangling next to you as your head begins to slowly sink under the water as you're gasping for air.
I'm gonna try and grab onto it.
You grab on. Hansley stands there holding the rope and looks back at you and says, What are you doing? Heave!
I'm helping. Heave.
And on
Heaving
three,
and
1, 2, 3, and you both start heaving. And though it's really hard to hold on to at this point, Cousin Sherman, as the boat starts to pull away, you start heading towards the back end of the boat, still holding on to this rope, and water just gushes around you from the speed of the ship moving away from you.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fly on Cousin Sherman.
Wilvin, you are currently preoccupied, and we'll get to that in a minute. What does Elamir do?
I want to go to the helm and just make it go to the left. So we're kind of circling around Cousin Sherman.
All right. As you do this, I will change the music to at least represent something a little bit different.
Oh,
think
this is peaceful.
I think I gotta increase the volume, though I can't hear it. Okay. So, you begin to turn the helm left, port side, and the ship begins to turn. Sherman, you're now able to hold onto the rope and just pull yourself, though you're not being dragged through water anymore, as the boat seems to be turning around sort of towards you at this moment. You can see what looks like deckhands along with your friends trying to just heave the rope on. However, we move over to Moonly real quick. Moonly, what are you doing?
Where's Sherman at the moment?
In the water, being dragged by a line.
I have no idea right now.
All right, you hesitate. Wilvin, it's your turn. The last actions that you said you did in the last section, do you remember?
Yeah.
What was it that you did?
Yelled at my sword.
Repeat what you did.
Let me go ahead and get the chat box. What I said. Oh God. Feeling the heat from my sword, I say, "You could burn my hand off, I'm your wielder. I will not let go.
How unfortunate.
Yep.
As you
This is
take
not-
8 fire damage, and must make a con save to hold on to the sword.
I'm sorry, did you say a fire damage or
8.
Alright.
Bajir just got home, by the way.
Wait, did you say wisdom?
I said con.
Oh, con.
You're
Good.
being
good.
burned.
That's good.
Just like how I got sunburnt again. Great, my arm's on fire.
So yeah, Bajir's coming.
I know.
14, unless you're giving me advantage.
Why would I give you advantage?
Because I'm Sherman.
You let go of the sword. Its heat too much. Instinctively, you let go, and it spins, and its blade lands inside one of the planks of the ship, handle up. And you hear, you can smell burning cedar. Jesus, I almost said something else.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off my jacket and use it as a kind of like an insolent as I grab the sword.
Right. With that, we turn back to Sherman. Sherman, what are you doing? You're climbing the rope, I assume, for dear life.
Yeah, I'm completely baffled. I have no clue why I'm in the water, and I'm just gonna keep going up the rope.
All right, you're at the side of the ship at this point as it's turning. You need to make an athletics check to start to climb up, with advantage since everybody is trying to hold your weight. 15 is enough. Wait, I said athletics. 16 is enough. Wow, -1. With that, you begin to press your feet against the side of the ship and hold on for dear life on this rope as you begin to just walk up and pull yourself up. Eventually, you get to the side and you see Hensley and Silagon pull you up by your wet clothes. You land with a little bit of a sloshy-like splash as your clothes sort of act like a sponge on the planks of wood. And you can see Wilvin shaking his hand vigorously. Ha, ha, ha! And you see his sword now just like right into the deck of the boat.
Well, I'll be getting up on there and just in Gnomish, just start swearing and trying to like look around, figure out where I'm at.
As Sherman's coming on, I'm just like patting him on the back, make sure he's all right.
Well, what happened? Was that monsoon out of the middle of nowhere or something? Like, why I'm in the water? Did you guys play a joke on me? Is this one of these weird sailor initiations?
Sherman, all right. Whew. So, what happened was, there was a demon, came out of nowhere, tried to kill us. You turned into a bird or something. You lifted it off in the air, and you let it go, and then you almost threw me in the water. But then somehow you just...
Sherman.
But then after that...
It happened again.
What do you mean?
You talking about the thing Holly keeps talking to me about? Because I don't know what you guys are trying to say. A giant eagle doesn't do much. It can pick up a stone. I don't know why I don't know what you're saying, Moomly.
I think it was bigger than an eagle.
It was a lot larger. You picked a couple of us up a couple times. A lot of things happened.
I don't think... It didn't seem as though you were yourself, to be honest. Especially in your bestial form.
But I was asleep. How could I... It's just another one of those... It's just one of those sailor initiations. I know you guys are toying with me.
Sherman, look at the hole in the boat. You were downstairs and you turned into a giant bird, broke through the top.
I'll just start staring at the hole and kind of start feeling.
What do you mean it's happened again, Moomly?
It's been a while.
It is a regular occurrence with him?
Not necessarily, no. Remember when it happened last, Sherman?
Oh, jeez, wait a minute. There was a daemon. Where the
Yes.
heck is the daemon?
It's gone. Dead.
I sent him back to the abyss.
At least we hope so. Anyways, we should deal with this situation later. We should check on all the other deckhands and all the other crew, make sure they're all right.
As you say this and begin to turn around, you see Captain Preston standing there. Unfortunately, you get off at the next stop.
We get off at the next stop.
All of you, including your gnome, and halfling, and he glares at Milo.
I'm just gonna look very angry and go, I like how you are saying that we should just leave the ship when we were the ones who actually saved your sorry asses. When that demon came out of nowhere, what did you do? You all cowered in fear. We were the only ones that actually took our blades and actually tried to kill it. No one else did anything else. We were the ones who saved what's left of the ship.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage. As I wait for Monkeyfish's
I give him
answer
not
in
disadvantage
chat.
if I'm staring as well. Can we all persuade?
What was the total?
Well, I got a 14.
He stares at you as you yell at him with conviction on everything. Yes, but it was your guys' fault for even starting this mayhem to begin with, as he keeps glaring at the halfling, trying to incite a mutiny on my ship.
I kind of,
demon on your ship.
We were not the ones who brought that demon on the ship. You were the ones who did. You did not do your job and actually figure out that that wasn't just a jaguar. That was actually something from the abyss, one of the 9 hells, that could actually kill everyone on this fucking ship.
I hate to say this, but I think he's talking not much about the thing that was here, the demon. He might be talking about the thing that made the hole. Although I still think it's a prank.
That you should not use your mic there, Prodigy. With that, he looks at you for a second. His teeth sort of gritting as you do have a point. It doesn't matter. What's done is done. You'll be leaving the ship as soon as we hit Waterdeep.
Thank goodness. I'm gonna get off this stupid device.
Captain, may I have a word with you?
Which one said that? Elamir?
No, Silicon.
Siligon? He looks over at you. What is it?
So, what was... I'm asking from player to DM. What was the name of Preston's wife again? I have the letter, but I don't remember the name of the wife. I forgot to write it down.
Right. Am I mixing up names here? I thought Preston was the captain, and I must have these written down wrong.
Yeah,
Ashton.
Captain Aston and
Caden
Preston.
Ashton.
Caden
Caden
Ashton. All right.
Ashton.
Sorry.
Preston
So-
was the...
You're talking to Ashton at this point. Sorry. I mixed up the names for some reason. It mentioned...
Yeah? You like putting fish sticks in your mouth? Yeah? Well, what are you, Eric? A gay fish?
God damn it. Really?
We'll go with Abigail, because I didn't even write that down.
Okay. So I'm gonna go up to Cade and ask him. So, whatever. If you want to kick us off the ship, fine. We'll find another way to get to where our destination is. But we should talk about something a little bit more pressing. It's Preston's wife, Abigail. I take out the letter and I go. She should know what happened to Preston.
And what did happen to him? Siligon,
Well,
was it?
He's dead in a cage. That's all I know.
The demon obviously ripped him apart.
Perhaps you should go back downstairs and take a look.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
So as you sort of crinkle the letter in anger, you march away and start heading back downstairs.
I walk up
Great.
to the captain and go like, so, one more time here, there's no special funky sailor initiation thing they do to, like, greenhorns like me?
Yes. This is all just a big prank. How did you know? As he rolls his eyes.
Oh, thank goodness, I was wondering. Moomley, come on, what do you think you're thinking, Tuck? Whatever. I walk back downstairs to the hammocks.
With that, we move on to Wilvin, who seems to be trying to pick up his sword with his cloak, and it is not clearly working as his cloak is now smoking, and he's like,
I've ruined my cloak. Ah.
For everyone else that has any sort of magical attunement and spellcasting, Milo included, the sword is no longer attuned.
Alright, well, I'm just down in the hammock still. I'm just gonna start getting in bed and just take a nap.
I'm gonna go down in the hold where Caden Ashton told me to go.
Where on the map are we?
On the map, you're on your way from Baldur's Gate to Waterdeep. You're a
So we're, like,
day's
halfway there?
You're a day's travel away from there.
Okay.
With that,
I'm
As
still
you-
steering the ship, so...
yes, you. With that, you begin to reinvestigate the area itself, though there is light now shining through here because, again, the top of the cargo hold is now broken open from massive rock that decided to emerge from it. Brashear, I don't know if you heard me, but Wilvin's no longer attuned to his sword.
Okay.
Oh, so we're getting kicked off the ship at Waterdeep.
Yes, that too.
So my plan works. Got it.
What play?
We're getting kicked off at Waterdeep. We need to get to Neverwinter.
Well, I have a plan, sort of. Maybe. I don't know. It's probably not.
As you begin to reinvestigate, as I was trying to say earlier here, again, it's broken open at this point. You see the cages, and you see that there is one jaguar that is still left in the cage, sort of napping in a sense, but its eyes are open. Looks at you, very curious as to what you're doing. As you begin to head back over to the bodies, the first one being the fake captain that was dead earlier, or shapeshifter, the Preston body, if you will, is no longer there. It hasn't been there. Again, it was the Rashasha. As you look, there's no signs of blood or anything from stabbing it. And as you look around for the bodies that originally were in the cage and whatnot, the one behind the barrel, you don't see anything there anymore.
All right. I'm gonna make an investigation roll.
That is not where you're at. You're topside,
Oh.
Brashira.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here. Is anyone here? Like, people-wise?
That is not.
One sec.
Also, did we level up?
No.
Okay. So we're still level 6.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm back. So there's no one in the room with me.
No.
Okay. First off, I'm going to whisper for Cashew.
He climbs out of a nearby barrel. His cheeks clearly full of food.
Just open up my
Scampers
pocket.
over to you.
Open up my pocket and make him get in there. Like, not like forcefully, just like gesturing, hey, get in here.
He climbs up your leg and goes right into his little pouch.
Okay, and after that, I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna look in the cage where I saw a dead Preston body. There's nothing in there.
The dead Preston body was behind some barrels. It wasn't in a cage.
Well, behind some barrels. There's nothing behind the barrels. Not even a drop of blood.
Not a single drop of blood.
I'm going to search all over the ship, see if I can find.
What's your
Any
passive
sign?
perception?
My passive perception is 11.
All right, go ahead and roll active perception. You're investigating at this point, right?
Yeah. Just kind of looking around.
I need to learn to wear sunblock.
Nope. It's a 3.
All right. You cannot find anything out of the ordinary as you begin to look around. We'll go back topside. Milo, since you haven't done anything because you haven't been here, what is it you wish to do? The captain's very pissed at you for trying to start a mutiny. The crew does not agree with you either.
Oh, but I made all those persuasion rolls and convinced half of them.
Change of events happens.
All right. So there's a hole in the center of the ship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Captain's pissed. Crew's kind of pissed. And I haven't been arrested. Got it.
There's nowhere to put you.
Put me in one of the cages with tigers.
I mean, if you want that, I'm sure he'll do that.
So I'm going to go down below and check for bodies. Anything that seems strange. Check on the passengers.
Before you head down, you get the idea to look at the Rashasha's body. As you begin to climb the steps towards the forecastle of the ship, to where he should be laying there and whatnot, after everything that's happened, where his skin and flesh sort of melted away from his bones, you notice that there's nothing here.
Strange.
No bones, no mush.
I am going to do an Arcana roll to see if maybe it was magicked away or if it's invisible.
Sorry about that. Good enough.
What'd you get?
I am doing it right now.
Silicon stabs the air.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean that to happen.
Why is your
16.
damage -1? That doesn't
I
make
don't
sense.
know. That's not even supposed to be there. I don't know why that was there.
As
I had a
you
macro.
try to think of what could possibly be going on, I need you to make an intelligence check.
Saving throw?
Nope, just a check.
I know nothing.
That you don't. And so you go, I can't learn anything new here. You begin to go below deck. Sherman, who's still coughing up water and whatnot, sitting on the ground, his clothes just so damp at this point. What do you and your friends do here?
I'm gonna be sitting down with Moomley, trying to like talk to him about what the heck happened with the demon and how come he's gone.
Side note, Wilvin, the voice leaves your mind. All right, go ahead and have that conversation.
I'll go towards Alamir and kind of gesture Moomley come over.
Oh, that's right, Sherman. You went back down to the hammocks. That's right. You already said
Right,
that. Never
yeah.
mind. So it's just you guys up top side.
Yeah, I'm steering the boat.
At that moment, though, a couple moments later, Rickster does come up and request that you go below deck as he takes the helm from you.
I just look at him and say, you want me to go make sure there's no more demons?
Yes.
Isn't that the possessed guy?
No.
That's the guy I don't trust.
Yeah, that Rickster is the navigator, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he wasn't possessed. He's
Oh,
the one
okay.
you like made him not be able to move.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah, the guy I fucked over. Yeah.
So I'll go down below deck.
Moomley, what are you doing?
I'm talking with Sherman here.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Now again, the demon died. Now how come his body's gone?
I mean, it's speculative that he really died. That's not entirely sure, but I mean, we'd hope so. But yeah, if he just disappeared, I don't exactly want to say he died.
Okay. Now he died. We'll pretend that's happened. What damage did he do besides that hole up in on the deck?
A few slices here and there, I think. I think we did okay.
Okay, that's good. Do we
I
got?
mean, you were the one who was going to kill people.
Still can't follow you.
I mean, look, see right next to me here, this hole? This big hole in the ground? You see this?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I see that. Well, what about it?
Well, that was you. That was you. You transformed, you took off in the sky, you were carrying, I know, Silicon at one moment, somebody else another.
Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. We'll go ahead and pretend that I turned into a magnificent beast of some sort. Sure. Did I do anything to the demon? Did I kill the demon?
I think you might have done something.
Oh, okay. That's good. Well, where's Erlen there at? Where's everybody?
I'll shout up through the hole. I'm down here, Sherman.
I didn't realize we were talking so loudly.
Come on in, Mayor. Come on. We're having a riveting conversation on what the heck happened.
I guess I'll go back up.
I'll whisper into Sherman. Do you know how many crew members are on the ship?
Nope. I don't know what this is even. This is a ship, right?
I mean, right. I'm just saying, is there some way of convincing them or taking over the ship to get us up to where Milo needs to get to?
Who is topside besides Wilvin?
Moomley, Sherman, Alamir.
Y'all went topside? You're
I
moving from the
see-
hammocks?
I see
Yeah.
Milo's character up here too.
So I guess everybody would see this then as you're all sort of investigating and whatnot.
Silicon's downstairs.
Yeah, I'm the only one downstairs.
Take 8 more fire damage there, Wilvin, and a con save, if you will. As everybody sees Wilvin was meditating in front of the sword that is now just sort of smoking as if it's done. And he stands up very quickly and attempts to grab the hilt of the sword. And suddenly, almost as if like an off-key sort of tone that's almost deafening. Like, think of it as like getting hit with a flashbang and, you know, you have that ring to your ears. Everybody sort of hears that. In the same instance, you see the sword catch on fire again as he grabs it and begins to take more damage from it.
Do I hear that ringing? As I'm downstairs?
Everybody topside does. It's only like for 2 seconds.
Okay.
You let go of the sword again, Wilvin.
I don't
I'll
hear
walk
it.
over to Wilvin.
I'll do the same
Holding my
thing.
wrist.
Wilvin, why do you keep trying to pick it up? Do I see Wilvin respond, or is he not here?
I'm just. My hand is quaking as it's burnt.
It looks like it needs help picking it up, Aelmir. Here, let me try and help you here. I'm gonna try and grab it and give it to him.
Oh no. Cousin Sherman, make a wisdom save for me. Is it the left one, right?
It's the first one there. Yep, left.
Yeah, it's the left one. That's usually the one you use.
As you lift the sword, it doesn't catch on fire, as it did with Wilvin.
See,
And
Woven, all you gotta do is just ask.
Hey, can I see that real quick?
Oh God, is this gonna be like?
All
that?
right, here. Well, take a good look at this for me, Moomley.
Oh, that's very nice. I'll reach out my hand to grab the sword.
As you grab the sword and sort of begin to investigate the sword, it vanishes from your hand, Moonley, and reappears in Cousin Sherman's.
Oh God.
Oh
no! Here you go, Moomley. Take it.
I'll reach again for the sword.
I
It
just want to
disappears in a poof of black smoke and reappears in Cousin Sherman's hand again.
All right, Moomley, I know you have issues grabbing things. You're pretty weak and tiny, but please take the sword.
I'm not weak and tiny.
Aelmir,
I'm
come on.
tiny.
Aelmir, here you go. Aelmir, take a look at it.
I'll try to grab the sword.
You grab it, you hold on to it for a second, begin to examine it, or sort of hold it in front of you, and suddenly it disappears in a cloud of black smoke and reappears in Cousin Sherman's hand.
I
Well,
turn my head to Sherman and say, it's attuned to you now.
I have an idea. Moomley's got an idea. You ready? Sherman,
Sherman's
throw it in the water.
What?
don't.
It's
do
What?
that, Sherman?
Stinking throw that thing in the water.
You hear
right
a
now.
very dark voice in your mind.
hold on, guys. It's the shrooms. They're kicking in again. Hold on. It's gonna be a fun trip here.
Can I hear this conversation below deck as there's a big gaping
You
hole
hear
in the
them
wall?
frantically yelling at each other.
I'm gonna abandon my search down here and return to it later and go upstairs.
Sherman Smucker, I know you very well. Wolven would not stop insisting on protecting you and your brothers.
Sherman.
Well, what? What? I'm having a great trip right now. Hang on.
I assure you, you are not tripping. This is the sword Emberglow talking to you.
Now this is cheap. Now whatever it was, sent tell me I'm not having a trip. Wilvin, what's this blade?
It's a sentient sword.
I like centennials. They're fun celebrations, but what does that mean?
Well, seeing as it keeps poofing back to you, you are its wielder now.
Chuck that thing in the water.
I wouldn't do that.
Wilvin's
Throw it
telling
in the water.
and the creepy voice in my head. The creepy voice in my head said no, and then Wilvin's telling me no. So I can't know.
Throw it in the water.
There, see? Somebody with some reason here.
I'm just
Gone with that
watching.
sword. It's clearly evil. It almost set the boat afire.
I think if I was dunked in the water, I would beat
point
someone
to
up
the
with
hole
it.
in the floor. The sword didn't cause that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hole in the sword did.
Yeah, that hole in the ship, that was from a demon. Okay.
Look, this
No,
is
that
my
was
thoughts.
from you, Sherman.
This is my thoughts. Look, the sword is powerful, but it seeks attunement of some sort. It seems to like one person at a time. And if anybody, Wilvin seems to have the most experience with this crazy thing. So if we reattune it and give it back to Wilvin, I think that's a bad idea.
The problem is,
that your wish, Sherman?
it's asking me things. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna go on a fun trip here. So here's the problem. If it's a centennial thing, I think it means it's smart, right? So I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, I chuck in the water and goes, hey, Wilvin, can we be friends again?
What?
I don't think tossing it in the water is gonna be a good idea. I think it's just gonna get angry at Wilvin and me.
Wow. He's already angry at me.
And currently, we want to give it back to you, Wilvin. Or I guess that's what it is. I hate this voice in my head. I like the better trips, the one where it sounds like Holly.
I hate your lack of intelligence, and I'd be better off in the imprisonment of Wilvin at this point.
Hold on, I just got insulted by one of these trips. Magical
I'm
sword
surprised you
thingy.
even understood me.
I'm just staring at the blade, basically trying to treat it like a person. Magical sword thingy. Do you want to have Wilvin back?
It's up to you, but he has already failed me.
So it said some fun cryptic stuff here, guys. You ready for it? It said it's up to me. So I feel really powered now. And then it said Wilvin failed me.
Failed you?
Sherman?
What? How? Wilvin, explain this. How can you fail the sword?
It told me not to get it wet.
I see.
Look, the sword didn't want a bath.
But do you know the sword's ultimate mission? After all, that the wizard said that the sword had a goal of some sort.
If the word is correct and it's sentient or something along those lines, that means it's basically a being.
Yes, it means it
thinks.
has its own intelligence.
So it has a
Which is
purpose.
scary in itself.
Yes, but the sword didn't try to mutiny a ship.
Got them.
Fair point.
Got them is what the
But
sword
if
says.
we had control of the ship, clearly we would have kept those animals caged, whatever they were.
That's the sword of it's trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, that's a good one, Moomly. Okay. So, magical sword thingy. What's your ultimate mission in life?
The name is Emberglow, and I'm afraid you don't have time for the luxuries of knowing my history. That thing that I was forced to attack, it wasn't real. You all are still in danger, and you need to get off this ship immediately.
Okay, guys, it's telling me more fun stuff here. Ready? So, it's called Ember Glow.
We know that.
And, it says that the weird demon thingy was fake. Fake news. Fake.
You mean an illusion?
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to... Is that what he's trying to...
Cousin Sherman, you hear what sounds like a face palm, sort of a slap in your mind. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
As he says as I go, you know, I did find something funny. I went back downstairs and I didn't find any bodies or any blood for that matter.
It willfully breaks your grip. As you're holding onto the sword, it suddenly flies away from your hands and lands back into a nearby plank.
Well, nobody touch it.
I'll grab it.
No! My hand's still quivering from being burnt. Multiple times.
Aelamir, as you go to try to pull this sword out, it does not budge, and you hear a voice in your mind. No, thank you. I will stick to Wilvin. You all seem to be very... How do I put this nicely? Ape-like.
Do I hear this?
He's only saying that to whoever's holding the sword.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll let go.
So,
Wow, that was cool looking. That was the best trip I ever had in my life.
so wait, Sherman. The sword said that we're still in danger.
Yes, the sword said we are in danger, and that it's good. It's a good sword. It's trying to do something really good for the continent.
And what is it trying to do exactly?
Try to
I
kill
can burn the
like
ship down and tell you it's a good thing, but we
it's
know it
trying to
wouldn't be.
kill a lick of some sort. Something really like magnificent.
Can we please just like focus on the problem at hand? Like I said, when I went back downstairs, there were no dead bodies, no blood, no nothing. Besides the one jaguar still in the cage.
Sherman, what's the biggest sea creature you can turn into?
I like how this.
If I were to do that, it feels really funny, especially well in the water. I'm on land, I like it, but we can see what happens. Would you like a shark or an octopus?
I'll talk to the company real quick. Guys, should we consider searching the ship one more time, or should we try to get off of this thing?
If it claims it was illusionary magic, surely there would be traces left of it. Moomly, would you care in assisting me in finding some trace of this? Perhaps we can track where it went. Or perhaps its source, if somebody is playing a trick on us.
I'm more than happy to help. I just need somebody that's more than 4 feet high to guard me.
I'll
I
go
can
with you.
certainly do that for you.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'll guard
I
it.
am 4 feet 2 inches. As I just kind of give him a smug look.
I'm gonna sit by the sword, kind of like cross-legged, and kind of stare at it, hoping it talks again.
I'll nudge Wilvin and tell him to grab it.
My hand starts to quiver as I
Wilvin, he told me he wanted you and not my ape-like mind.
Are you sure he said he wanted?
Yeah.
Not at all. It was I'd rather have. Not that you
I don't tell that to him.
Insight check.
I think you're too worried about the pain in your hand than really reading his face at this point.
Well, that's why I'm kind of hesitant to grab it. So I'm like,
Makes you feel better, Wilvin. The sword told me it likes you better. Apparently, I'm not intelligent enough.
And with that, we go to the group that is currently below deck. What is it that you're looking for?
I'm currently on the eye out.
I thought it was Milo following Moomly. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, they went down? I said I'd go down and protect them.
I was going with Moomly as well.
All right. So what is it that you four are looking for?
Currently, I'm actually just pointing out where there was dead bodies and where there was blood and how there's not. And after that, I'm just on the lookout for anyone.
You gesture with your right hand in the general direction. You realize you're not holding that letter that you were holding onto anymore.
I'm gonna check the 31 gold that I have, the 31 gold purse from Preston. I'm gonna check if that's
coin purse from Preston?
When I
I know that is my answer.
When I went in,
it's not there.
I know. That's why I'm saying I'm checking. You could have just said it's not there. You're confusing me.
What coin purse?
So there's a tiny person in your mind.
There. So I check and it's not there.
It's not there.
I go, guys. Something seems a little off. Everything that I had about Preston is gone.
Preston, that was the man who was acting funny earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah, the one who we saw dead behind some barrels, and the one who turned into a beat.
He went missing too.
I'm starting to think he actually never existed, because you should have just seen
a dead body, though.
It's gone, and I'm pointing to it. It's gone. No blood. The letter I just held out disappeared in my hands, and the gold I had on him, the gold I took for him, is gone as well, and all the other items I was gonna give to his spouse or supposedly spouse.
All right, Moomly, I think we need to get to the bottom of this. We need to determine what on the ship is actually real.
Yes.
What about the passengers? We never really talked to them much.
I overheard two of them arguing about the price of the trip.
Yeah, the man.
Where are they?
They didn't come for morning roll call. I remember that. When we came in, he wasn't there. They both weren't there.
I'm gonna call to everybody who's above deck to come below deck real quick. Guys, want to come down here real quick for me?
Wolven, grab the sword. We've got more important things to do.
Wolven was reaching for the sword, hesitant, his hand quivering, and he stops like an inch away from the blade itself and does not grab the sword.
Alright, I'll go down there.
Wolven, take it.
Wolven? Do you take it or do you leave?
I grasp the hilt.
All right. Internal mindfuck begins.
Lovely.
And you all go downstairs.
All right. Before we search the ship, I want everyone to get in real close to me, please.
Oh no.
Wait, if you're casting your spell, hold on. I need to cast Detect Magic first.
Didn't you cast a spell above deck?
I have another spell slot.
Oh, okay.
It just leaves the bubble above deck.
It's everywhere.
So before he does that, I'm going to cast Detect Magic and see if there's any traces.
Okay. So you spend your spell slot as he begins going on playing his musical instrument, and the bubble begins to form. You look around, leaving this bubble for any trace and whatnot, and there is plenty of magic around on this ship. Resonance of it, though nothing really active per se. Illusionary, some sort of invocations have been here. The general area. You can't pinpoint exactly where everything is, but something definitely bad has happened here.
Did I finish casting?
Yes.
Okay. guys are free to go about the ship. Something bad goes down, make for this shelter. We have 8 hours.
But can it protect us from underneath? What if the ship sinks?
Then we all hop on Sherman and hope he can become something big.
I don't know if I could become something big, you know. I think the demon did better work on that, hole in the ship than I did.
Sherman, that was you. For the last time, it was you. You destroyed this part of the ship. You turned into a gigantic bird.
You did. I saw it. It's truly fascinating, but very frightening at the same time.
I mean, we talked about
Especially
this
since
a while ago.
Yeah, Sherman, this was not a joke. This actually happened.
All right. I'll see what I can do about sea creatures. Just hang tight. Let's keep looking for something here.
Okay.
Friends, I think we're not alone here. I detected a trace of magic behind me a moment ago, and then it moved rather abruptly. I think perhaps something is invisible.
Well, that's
Do any of you
just
have
great.
true sight?
I do not.
I'm going to say on Celestial. Who's there?
Well, I'm getting creeped out here, guys. Are you basically telling me that it's like a ghost we're trying to chase down?
Something of the sort, although not a ghost, if you will. I don't think it's dead. I think it is somebody playing tricks on us. Can somebody find where that Preston person went? I have a feeling he's behind this.
Hey, Darth, where's the
Like
captain?
the baby is in the prison.
And probably in his quarters. You don't know. You haven't seen him since he sort of walked away.
How do I get to the
Did I-
quarters? Is that
It
the
is
door
literally
on top
under the
there?
helm.
Did I get a response after I said out in Celestial who's there?
No response.
Okay.
Guys, I best.
This
think
isn't
it's
Bashir's
best.
campaign where Celestial gets you everything. Sorry.
I didn't know. The only thing I
I'm
thought
gonna
of
knock on the
magical
captain's
creature,
door.
not magical creature.
You
Thought
knock
about
on the
it.
captain's door. You wait for a moment. No answer.
Can I feel if the handle's unlocked?
You reach down and grab the handle. You think it's unlocked. You're able to move it.
Oh, yellow top me once. Hey, you in there?
You see, or will you hear Rickster go, if the captain's sleeping, let him sleep.
I really need to talk to him, Rickster. Just keep steering the ship, all right?
Guys, I think it's best that we just abandon ship.
Are there any lifeboats anywhere?
Nope.
Abandoned ship. We're not even halfway to our destination.
Yeah, I'm not jumping in that giant drink right
We
there.
don't know how long cousin can swim. If he can even swim at all. No offense, but
None taken. I
Yes.
can't swim.
Yes, but my sword is suggesting that we get out
your
of
sword
here.
doesn't like water, yet it suggests that we go into the water.
It's not saying that. It's just saying something's here. In fact, it probably, I'm forgetting here. I believe it said it can help us destroy it. So if anything, we should just stay here and
That's
kill it.
not what it said.
Why don't you ask your
How do you
sword
know?
what is so pressing that it needs us to leave the ship? It's been very vague.
Wilvin, your friends are naive.
Group, I'm going to go check out on the guest side. See if the guests are still here. I would like for someone to accompany me.
I'll go with you.
The door slowly swings open as the ship rocks from side to side, as if it was never locked. And then it slams closed when it rocks back the other way.
So Milo and I are going to the guest quarters.
This is
Check out
before
on
you
this.
left. I'm explaining that the captain's door is not locked, and it swung open and closed.
I'm Silicon.
anybody in
I
there?
am here. Silicon and Milo are going to the guest quarters. Just letting you know.
Okay. We'll get to that in a minute. As you try to look through the door. You're not really able to see too much light, not being enough to really see anything with the doors swinging open and close sporadically, if you will.
I have dark vision, so can I like step just a little bit in and look through?
You're gonna hold the door open as it swings open.
Yeah.
As you walk in, a smell hits your nostrils, that of death and decay.
I'll jump back out and see how. Rexter, get down here.
I'm driving the ship.
This is more important. Something's up with the captain. It smells like death down here.
Didn't you kill a demon earlier? I mean...
No, only in the captain's quarters. The door swung open.
Hold on, let me tie off the... You hear him, like he's just tying a rope and whatnot through the wheel. And he jumps down. What?
Go into the captain's quarters.
I'm not going in there.
Step just to the doorway. Take a good whiff.
Leave the captain alone. If he's sleeping, he's sleeping.
The door's open. He's not sleeping.
I don't know that. Did you go in there?
Just about 2 inches before a wall of putrid death hit me in the face.
And this suddenly turns into a childish battle of you should go in there. No, you should go in there. So roll persuasion versus his persuasion. The highest persuasion.
Not gonna go well.
It's gonna lose. I got a 15. So he definitely is going to make sure that you go first, if anything.
I'll go first. That's fine. I want him to go in, though. That's all.
And as you go in, you hear
real quick. Hold on. I didn't go in yet.
What do you do?
I'm going to run over here to the hole in the floor and be like, guys, something's up with the captain. Rickster and I are going to check it out. All right,
okay.
Then I'll go in.
As you go in, slowly, cautiously, the same familiar smell hits your nostrils. And as you begin to walk, you can hear the swaying of lanterns hung but not lit on the walls. And you can see what looks like a black stained glass sort of viewport in the back of the galley itself, but covered in curtains, giving very, very little light. You see the bed, you see his desk, you see everything. And you notice that one of the floorboards is removed, if you will. Nails still sticking out of it as it's moved aside near his bed. As you walk closer and closer, the smell gets more intense. As you look down into this crevice of a floorboard, you now see what looks to be the remains of Caden Ashton, crammed underneath the
Can
deck
Rick
of the ship.
just see it?
He has not walked in. He's at the door.
Rickster, found your captain. He's sleeping.
Yeah, he's
not waking up.
Well,
God, this
you
campaign
shouldn't-
is solely
He's in the
becoming an episode
floorboards.
of The Thing.
What was that about the thing? You've seen the thing?
Becoming an episode of The Thing.
He walks in and covers his mouth almost as if trying to stop himself from gagging as he sees the things that you point out. Oh my god. Oh my god.
And then he grins maniacally with pointed teeth looking at you.
We need to get to land. We need to get out of here.
I'd say so.
He quickly runs out. Hensley! Hayden! Starts crying their names. Where are you guys? The captain's
I
dead!
lost my token. Didn't we just see the captain a second ago, Rickster?
You're right. What? That doesn't even make sense. What is going on? He stares you up and down. His tone more of a scared child now than his more of a navigator sense that you've had with more.
I'll walk past him and go downstairs to Mila.
All right, you group with Milo and company who were about to check the guest quarters. What are you doing?
How do I make a new? How do I make a freaking token?
You kill yourself.
You drag your name out.
I'm doing it. It's not working.
You could.
You
dragon.
killed you.
Are you dragging the name out, or are you dragging the picture out?
So,
I'm dragging the name out.
moving on to Moomly, Moomly, Milo, and the rest of you who have been wandering together. I assume Woven and Silicon are together as well.
Silicon and Silicon and Milo are going to the guest quarters. Check out that area.
Yep.
Okay.
Doing that.
You both are at the guest quarters. What are you doing there?
I look over to Milo and go, "Hey, I've never been here, so you lead the way. But I'll be your backup."
I'm gonna open the door where I heard the two people talking earlier.
As you reach for the handle, it is locked. But you do hear them on the other side of the door. They were in a conversation. As soon as you jiggled the door handle, their conversation stopped and you can hear somebody walking towards the door. Yes, what is it?
Just making sure that you're safe. There's been some trouble on the boat, as you clearly would have seen.
Yes, we heard, and that's why we're locking ourselves in. Thank you very much. Just let
I'm
us know when
looking
we
at
get
these
to-
two. I'm looking at these two as they're talking. What do they look like?
They're talking through a door.
Oh, they didn't open it.
Wooden like.
Yeah, wooden, like, splintery, if you will.
How many are there? It's just the two of you.
It is me and my wife, yes.
And your names?
What does that matter?
Just want to know your name as common courtesy, so I know how to address you if I need to call out for help.
Winslow and Sarah.
Can I insight that?
Through a door? Most certainly.
Disadvantage?
No, just roll.
Okay.
It's a very high DC.
13.
You can't make out if they're really being honest and forthcoming at this point.
Milo, what other guests were on this boat?
There was, I say in a hushed tone, there was another room where things looked hastily packed or unpacked. And I found this journal as I pull out the bound journal.
I'm gonna gesture. Hey, can I have the journal? I want to take a look at it.
All right.
Take a look. I didn't find anything interesting in it because the DM never got around to telling me.
Because you never opened it. You never said you
did.
did. No, you didn't.
I did last campaign. That was the first thing I did was browse through it.
Oh, well, all the answers are in it.
Oh.
I don't remember you saying that you did. I remember you saying that you put it in your. I remember you saying that you bagged and tagged it, sure, but you never said you
I put
took
it in my
out.
bag, and then after, while we had downtime, I went through it.
This is the journal of a bounty hunter trying to hunt something that he believes that is on this ship.
So looking through it,
No
do I
sign
see
of the
any-
bounty hunter. Got it.
His
So
name is what you think is Roland. No. I won't do that to you for sure. But as you look through it, it does mention that of a jaguar-like demon thing that can only be killed with pretty much radiant magic. That
Well, I
or
wish we
magic
had
weapons.
this earlier.
So is Milo going through it, or am I?
I would assume that we're both looking at it at this point.
Okay. Do I see any secret sort of languages, as in thieves can't or anything like that?
No, thieves can't. Everything seems to be very blunt and to the point. Like a grizzled bounty hunter of some sort wrote everything about this. It's notes
He
of
goes
everything.
around shouting
Every
evil.
it's every bounty that he's ever taken. It's mostly about killing demonic-like things. It talks about killing other sort of demons, like chain demons, and what their weaknesses are. It's all
Does
sorts.
it make a mention of tracking this creature on how to find it?
He says that he found this particular demon because it seems to want to possess humanly things and then destroy them as its number one goal. And it seems to escalate each time it does such.
Did I meet up with Milo yet?
And now you have, as they're rummaging through some poor guy's stuff.
Milo,
I feel like we're all
can
in
you-
trouble here.
Milo, can you come with me for a little bit? I think we should get away from this just for a second.
Come
And I
with you. I don't think that we should leave somebody here alone in our party.
No. Just come with me. I'm just gonna whisper in your ear. I have a suspicion about the two in the room over there. Just don't want to say it right now.
I do as well, but it indicates that whatever this creature is that's on board, that's responsible for the bodies, seems to be possessing them, which I had my suspicions earlier with that Preston fellow. But then, from what I understand of this journal, it seeks to destroy them, to kill them, and then it moves on to another. Why it would do that, I don't know. Such creatures are strange.
Milo, I just came from the captain's quarters. I found him between the floorboards. Something killed him.
So it jumped into the captain. Where's Rickster, by the way? Did you leave him there alone?
He's freaking out. Yeah, he's freaking out upstairs.
It's important that nobody is left alone.
I'm down in
story I
the.
read long
Suddenly,
ago called The Thing.
everyone makes a dex save as the ship suddenly hits something and rocks to the side. Port side, if you will.
Natural 20.
For those who get under a 12, you are knocked prone. That's a great there it is. Just took forever. Yeah, you're prone too there, Wolven. Sword in hand and everything.
It's a good thing I'm below deck.
And you begin to hear rushing water.
Ah! I picked my hand up.
As you look about, you see that on the starboard side of the ship, the whole cracked, jagged rocks piercing it, as if dragging itself through like a claw.
Well, I'm immediately running up.
As you
I'll
climb
grab
to the
room
top.
and run to the top.
As you climb up, you see what looks to be a coral reef of some sort that the ship is running aground against. Mind you, it still has the momentum to keep dragging and is doing so, but it is taking on water now.
Who's driving who's steering the boat?
As you look up
No one.
at the wheel, there's no one there.
For fuck's sake.
Rickster tied it off.
There is no rope.
Where's Rickster? I'm looking for Rickster right now.
As you look, he's not anywhere in the top.
I'm just yelling, everyone get topside.
I'm in the cargo bay looking for something to eat.
Does it take me a long time to get up from being knocked prone?
No, just half your movement for the first couple seconds, but then you're just
Okay.
As you make your way to the top and see everything that I just explained is going on, you start to hear laughing.
Yeah, I'm yelling, everyone get topside ASAP.
Yes, come, have a look. As you hear this voice echoing somewhere above you, and as you look up, you see in the tops the Rashasha looking down at you guys, his teeth barred and glaring, his eyes glowing red as he looks down at you.
I thought we fucking killed you.
Isn't it beautiful? Tell me, what is the last thing that will be going through your mind before you drown? He says with his smile.
The happy thoughts of land.
Yeah, I agree with my friend there.
I walk up and I go, well, I'll be turning into an octopus, so I don't know, I guess breathing water.
Yeah, we're kind of hard to kill, man.
I have to agree with that. As I put Shadowhound on him.
He begins to feel right at home.
He feels dread. He begins to feel dread. If a demon could feel dread, he'd feel dread.
That's why I
But
said he feels right at home.
feels
Yeah,
right
now-
at
now-
home.
At least now I know where he is at all times. Yay.
As you cast your spell, he
Milo, say
looks down
something
at
smart.
you.
He can only be hurt by radiant magic, as I
It's not a
realized I was
spell.
muted.
It's just a my shadow.
Cast light
moving
on
into
it.
his.
I don't think that works like that, Amir. One, we're in broad daylight.
You hear the swooshing of water as water begins to take the top deck that you're standing on, coming from the front of the nose as it seems to be drifting down into the water.
Is there anyone else on topside besides the gang?
You hear people screaming and running through the hole in the bottom or in the top of the ship, and you look down and you see the male and female guest trying to
I'm going
pull their
to-
luggage, if you will.
I'm going to find a rope and immediately throw down in the big ass hole. First, I need to find a rope. Do I find a rope?
Yeah. The
Okay,
one that you
I'm
guys
gonna-
used to save Sherman is still there.
I'm gonna throw it down the fucking hole, big ass hole. And I just yell to them, "Forget your fucking things. If you die, it doesn't even matter. Grab on, and we'll pull you up."
They look at each other for a second, let go of their bags, and grab the rope.
I'm
Make a
gonna
strike
ask-
save.
I'll help pull him
I'm
up.
gonna ask.
There we go. That's what I
want.
wanted to hear. All right, no strike
Oh.
saves then. As it sounds like three people are helping you pull them up. And again, the laughing of the Rashasha echoes again. Oh, I forgot two more. Oh, that's a shame.
So I'm guessing you killed the rest of the crew, yeah?
He doesn't answer you.
Good. I didn't like them anyways.
And with that, we're going to end the session here.
Really?
Yeah, really. An hour and a half? No, I said it was going to be a short one.
Okay, cool.
That's fine. Now we have a whole week to figure out how we're gonna not die.
Yes.
Well, first off, did we pull them up?
You pulled them up, yeah.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay, you saved two people. If you live next session, you level up. Yay!
I freaking killed an illusionary demon. I can't level up.
You killed an illusion. Great. Congratulations. I do miss my Waterdeep campaign, by the way, Hope. I do. That was
Me
really
too.
fun. Do you, though?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I want to kill the Nightingale.
Do you miss me, though?
Yeah.